It's that time of year again, and getting your boat ready is top priority for all boat owners and marinas. And the Harbor Marina is in full swing. Owner Lynn Mendelman tells us about the process.
Okay, sure. We have a whole variety of boats that have to get ready for the water in our marina. And there are power boats and sailboats, and there's different things to get each one of those types of boats ready. Big boats, little boats. And so one of the first things you want to do is you want to create a boat that's going to use its resources correctly and efficiently. So boat tune-ups to make sure that they are running to the best, most efficient capacity of those engines, making sure the propeller sizes are correctly pitched and sized for the boat, and then giving them all a fresh tank of gas, checking the oil levels, changing the spark plugs, because a boat, when it's winterized in the Northeast, has to be completely decommissioned. There is no water left at all inside of the engine, so you have to take all the resources that were inside that engine and get them out and then reincorporate them in the spring. The sailboat engines are a little bit easier sometimes because they're diesel engines or they're outboards. Then you get the bottom of the boat ready. That means cleaning off any steel and metal work that's below, painting it with an anti-fouling bottom paint, which prevents growth and allows the boat to move more efficiently across the water. Then the next step is you go above the water line, and first, before you do that though, you have to add zincs. And zincs are what they call a sacrificial metal, so that if there's a stray current in the water, and in a lot of marinas electricity is used on many different things, so stray currents will erode any metal that's in the water. And you put on a piece of metal that's going to corrode first, and that's called a sacrificial zinc. So we put on all the zincs. They go on the shafts, they go on the engines, they go on the lower units of the engines as well. Then we'll move up to the waxing and the cleaning, and putting on the sails and lubing up any things that have to move. Basically, if something's making noise on a boat, it's broken. So you're constantly listening for noises to see if everything's quiet.
So Lynn, what are some of the practices you utilize to help protect the environment when you're carrying out some of these preparations?
Okay, well, we make sure that we recycle, number one. You have usually a cover that's on the boat during the winter time that's made out of plastic. That all gets recycled. We recycle the string that holds that in place. We recycle the wood that holds it in place. Then we'll also start to use cleaning products that are recyclable and or that are biodegradable. None of the cleaners these days have phosphates in them. That's a law that's been in effect for quite some time. Try not to use as many rags and brushes as needed by recycling those products. Any oil or oil filters, they'll go into a recycling bin for metal. We are not in a zero discharge zone. We are in a no discharge zone. And a no discharge zone means that you cannot directly pump septic into the water. It has to be held in a holding tank. And so one of our things that we do in our marina is we will make sure that the holding tanks are all properly working and then sealed, so that if a boater goes boating in the Peconic Estuary, for example, they are in a no discharge zone and they are in compliance to that zone.
This is a sailboat, and sailboats, in addition to powerboats, have interior systems that need to be commissioned. Just like the powerboats, they have holding tanks, they have running water, they have sinks, kitchens, refrigerators. Everything needs to be commissioned in the spring, but in addition, the exterior of a sailboat needs to be commissioned as well. And that is probably the biggest safety concern that any sailboater who owns this type of a vessel needs to be concerned about, because anything on here will help this boat move forward in the wind. So having all of their halyards checked, their sheets checked, every line that moves a sail, having their sails checked over the winter time, making sure that all of the things that are on deck are safe and in the places that they're supposed to be. That's what makes a sailboat work the best and the most efficient.